Hi folks, and welcome to another D-French guitar lesson. Today we're going to be talking about beginning rhythm patterns, but before we do that, make sure to like this video and subscribe. And if you want alerts on new videos, turn on subscription notifications by clicking the bell next to the subscription button. So in a previous lesson we learned how to take your strumming pattern for the beginning guitarist from straight quarter notes to adding eighth notes. And we did that by adding the eighth notes in various parts or various spots along the measure. So for example, if we were 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And then we'd put it down farther, we'd move it to the 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Move it to the 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take that idea, we're going to take it a step further by adding some rests and by adding some syncopation into the rhythm pattern. And this is going to help you play a whole variety of different pop, rock, country songs. So the chords we're going to be using for today's lesson are going to be G major, C major, D7. And if you need to review those chords, you can go back to a previous lesson, or you can look in the book, or you can find it online, however you need to review those chord shapes. So we're going to start off by just looking at straight strumming patterns. So we start off with quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's nice. That's a good way to get started. If you're a new guitar player, it's a challenge just to get to that level and make the chord changes seem seamless and effortless. And then what we did with our previous lesson is we'd add the eighth notes. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take that same idea and we're going to add some rests. So it's going to sound like this. If we want to add the chord changes to that, it'd sound like this. And I like to call that pattern a down, down, up, up, down, up, down. Okay, that's basically what you're doing in your strumming pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off slow by building up to that. And the one thing you want to focus on is your right arm should continue the same strumming pattern the whole way through. Keep your arm loose and keep it moving like a pendulum. It shouldn't stop moving the way it is. It just depends on when we engage the strings and when we don't engage the strings. So let's just start off with our straight quarter notes. You notice how my arm does not stop that same motion. It keeps that continuing throughout the entire strumming pattern. Okay, now we're going to add eighth notes. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it'll sound like this. Keep your arm loose, keep it swinging. One thing I noticed with a lot of beginning guitarists is they tend to grip the pick really firmly. And what that does is it creates sort of more of a blunt, sort of harsh sound on the strings. So start working on, and the best thing to do is use a thin pick. I have a medium here, but when you're first starting out, use something that's a little thinner because it will flex a little bit for you and kind of take on some of that aggressiveness that you might be strumming with. So when you're playing it, make sure the pick is gliding over the strings. Don't dig too deep, don't push too hard with your right arm. Keep that loose and let the pick kind of flex with the strings. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to review our straight quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now with this new pattern, we're going to kind of have a combination of the quarter notes and the eighth notes. So the first thing we're going to do is just do our 1, 2 quarter notes. 1, 2. So just practice that on your G major. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so practice that a few times. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, now we're going to put in the and of 3. So it's going to sound like down, down, up, up, down, up, down. And on the 3, you're going to skip the strings. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Okay, so remember you're going to change chords after that last upstroke, and the new downstroke is going to be on the new chord. So you're doing down, down, up, down, up, and you're going to change it to the C. Down, down, up, down, up, then to the D7. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, so let's just practice that a few times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up. 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 Okay, let's put it all together. Down, down, up. Okay, so let's review again what we're doing. We're starting off with just straight quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in our new pattern. Down, down, up, down, up, down. Well, that does it for this video. If you enjoyed, please hit the button and subscribe to see more guitar tutorials. I also have a guitar book that you can check out. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.